And joining me now is one of the opposition leaders who met the President of India on the farm laws, the CPIM General Secretary Sitaram Yechury. Mr. Yechury, it appears that there is no seeming end to this deadlock. To that extent, what purpose has your meeting with the President served, given the fact the government is making it clear there will be no rollback of the farm laws? Have we reached a dead end?
Well, it's up to the government. If they want to push the situation to a dead end, then it's their prerogative. We met the President to urge upon him to use his office as the head of the government, head of the state, to tell his government, he always uses the word my government, to tell his government not to be obdurate, repeal these laws, then discuss whatever proposals you want to discuss on agri reforms. Discuss with the farmers, discuss with the opposition parties, discuss in the parliament. But you didn't do any of this.
Mr. Yechury, but aren't you Mr. Yechury, aren't you and the other opposition leaders taking a maximalist position by saying repeal the farm laws first, then we will discuss? I mean,
yes,
why will the government agree to such a maximalist position? I mean, surely there is a middle ground.
No, surely there is a middle ground. Why did you prevent a discussion in the parliament? Why did you prevent the voting in the parliament? Why did you suspend MPs who stood up to ask for their legitimate right to vote? You have destroyed all democratic processes. And now you say a middle ground you want. You pass these laws in the most undemocratic manner. We are saying, therefore, repeal them, conduct the democratic process, and then we should consider on the basis of the discussions.
No, but Mr. Yechury, the fact is the government has a majority in the Lok Sabha, and as the government is claiming now in the Rajya Sabha as well. So then what purpose will it serve to bring back these laws to Parliament, given the fact that the government is making it very clear there will be no repeal?
Well, if they want to rule by the tyranny of the majority, that is no democratic rule. And if they had the majority in the Rajya Sabha, why did they prevent the voting? Why did they suspend the 8 MPs who stood up to ask for that vote?
Mr. Yechury, the government is saying that they have already sent a 5-point proposal to the farmers. This includes MSP, minimum support price, not going anywhere, no changes in MSP, APMC will be strengthened, tax to be imposed on private players. These are some of the proposals sent. Are the farm unions simply obdurate because many of them are run by the left? Many of them owe allegiance to the left, and the left farm unions have now taken over the process. They are the ones who are digging their heels in.
No. It's the other way around. None of the proposals that have been made has got any legal backing. They are assurances. The country has seen, people have seen what the assurances of the Prime Minister also mean. Did you get your 15 lakhs in your bank account, Mr. Rajdeep? So assurances don't mean anything. What has been passed are laws. You bring legal laws to back your assurances. What is the meaning of saying the subsidy for electricity will continue? What is the meaning of that when you have a law which says that it cannot and need not continue? Is there a law to say that they will continue? Is there a law to say that I have demanded, Prime Minister has not responded for the last 3 years or 4 years, but I was in the parliament. Bring a law, right to sell at the MSP. Make it a criminal offense for those who are buying at less than the MSP. No response. Are they willing to do that? No. What they've sent are assurances.
Sir, but let's be, but 1 minute. This is where the question arises. Where you stand on this issue depends on where you sit. I'm saying this particularly in context of parties like the NCP. Sharad Pawar went with you to the President. Congress, all these parties also, when they were in power, did not make MSP a legal right, A. B, many of these parties were in favor of amending or repealing the APMC Act in some form or the other. So let's be very clear. At the moment, do you really believe it is possible, conceivable to make MSP a legal right?
Why not? Why not? If you can make it a legal right to actually decimate Indian agriculture and hand it over to agri-businesses, why can't you make MSP a legal right? And whoever these parties are, whatever they are, we are saying today, where do you stand? They are standing today with us. So we went to the President of India asking for the repeal of these laws. More than 25 parties in the country have backed the Bandh yesterday and have extended their solidarity and support to the Kisan agitation. And that is the reality.
The government claims that this agitation is, sir, the government says this agitation is not pan-national. This is largely limited. They continue to maintain this is limited to certain farmer groups who fear that their monopoly over the Sarkari Mandi system will break. The government therefore says that we do not believe that the farmers who are agitating represent all the farmers of India.
Have you seen what were the demonstrations today in Karnataka? Have you seen what is happening in Andhra and Telangana? Have you seen the massive farmers who have risen in protest in Maharashtra? Are you seeing what happened yesterday in the Bandh in of India? So this is the normal this propaganda of the government. Their propaganda and spin to suit their purpose. Unfortunately, my request to the media is just stick to the facts. There are farmers' protests all over the country.
The facts. Let's stick to the facts. The facts are that Narendra Modi's government has a majority in parliament. The facts are that the Modi government claims that they have been planning agriculture reforms over a period of time. It's not, they claim this has not been done as some kind of a midnight operation. They say it is part of their manifesto. They've been working towards this. It's the opposition today which is looking for a moment for an opportunity to gherao Prime Minister Modi. This is what they claim.
What are they planning for a long time? Have they discussed it with anybody? Have they discussed it with anybody, either the farmers or the political parties or the opposition parties? Have they discussed it in parliamentary committees? So what if they have been planning? So that is no answer. If you want to bring about a reform, it has to be properly discussed. It can't be bulldozed through in a completely authoritarian, anti-democratic manner like it's being done now. And that is what the opposition is saying is not acceptable.
So let me ask you in conclusion. If there is an all-party meeting called or a special session of parliament called to discuss the laws without either side setting preconditions, are you open to that?
But
or are
it
you
has to be
first saying
proper.
Repeal the laws only, then we will come to the discussion table?
What do they want to discuss? Are they going to discuss these laws? Be clear. I don't know if you're clear, Mr. Sardesai, but are you clear? What do they want to discuss? Then
Sir, I am neither in the government nor in the opposition. I am asking you, are you ready for an unconditional dialogue, or are you saying that a precondition to the dialogue is repealing the laws?
What is the dialogue about? We are not clear. What is the dialogue about? No, that is what the government has to tell us.
I am asking you one last time. If you today are, whether you want repealing the laws as a precondition, the government, suppose the government today says, we are giving this 5-point proposal on MSP, on tax on private producers, on strengthening APMC. Are you willing to discuss this free of any preconditions? I asked you this for the last time, because otherwise how will the logjam break if both sides are going to set preconditions?
That is up to the government if it wants to break the logjam. The point is, there is no precondition. A law is a law. It can be implemented. We are saying do not implement it now. How can you do that? Only by repealing. It's as simple as that. If you want to discuss, repeal this, discuss. But a law is a law. You cannot keep it in suspended
And what if the
animation.
and what if the government doesn't and what if the government doesn't agree to this? And what if the Modi government doesn't agree to this? This agitation will continue?
Continue naturally. Naturally, is Modi government leaving any other option? It is the Modi government that is forcing this agitation to continue.
I'm going to leave it there, Sitaram Yechury. You made it very clear where you and the opposition in a way stand. I appreciate your joining us. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.